everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today I am bringing to you my August TBR. I will be utilizing my game. We will be pulling 8 cards from my Penguin deck. And for those who are new to me and don't know what my Penguin deck represents, it's based off the game Don't Break the Ice. So basically I pull prompts from a deck, match books and prompts. If I pull a Penguin card, my fiance Ray has to pick a book for me. In the past, I let him choose any book at all. Any book. But this year, I am making him choose books off my physical TBR. And so, we're going to be doing this again. And I'll also be talking about my Fiction Falls Readathon that I'm hosting with my bestie Clint from Reads Readers. We are going to be hosting our readathon for the month of August, which runs from August 1st to the 31st. So I will also be going over my TBR for that. I will be doubling up and tripling up on as many as possible because I have books I want to get to that I'm either buddy reading or reading with other people. And then there's a couple of others that I actually really want to get to ASAP. And there's a couple I'm also picking an arc to kind of close out my readathon TBR because I could not find another book that I wanted to use for that prompt. But we will get to that at the end. First, we're going to use our cards to pull books. So I already went ahead and shuffled the best to my ability. And so we are going to spread out these cards and choose 8. And hopefully we could round out a good TBR for the month of August. So let's start out with our first pull, and I will talk to you guys about the books as we go. Whatever books that I plan on reading that I cannot fit into the cards, we will talk about at the end. So, first card, let's go with right in the middle. Oh, we've had this prompt before. Over 30 chapters. I must not be shuffling very well if I keep getting the same prompts. But I think I have books here that are over 30 chapters that I plan on reading. Let me see how many chapters this is. Oh, this already has more than 50. Alright, so this is an easy one. So for over 30 chapters, I am going to use Into the Fading Twilight by Catherine Cowles. I read Across the Vanishing Sky in April, I believe. It was a Sweeney pick for the month. I think it was April. But I am very excited to continue the series. I am stoked that I was able to get this in the month of July. This will also be my July book haul once I film that. But I am so excited to continue this series. I really enjoyed the first one. The first one I gave 4 stars to. And this one is Nova's story. So I am so excited to get into this. But I will not be talking much about this one because it will have spoilers from the first. But for over 30 chapters, we'll be using this book. I am stoked. And I cannot wait. Perfect. And I already plan on reading that for Fiction Falls. For my couple of the prompts. Alright, now let's pull another card. We'll pull for book number 2. Let's go with somewhere near the bottom. Okay, we have a title that is written in cursive. This is perfect. I know exactly what I want to use for this. So for a title written in cursive is my Fairy Loop book for July. The Lure of Wolves and Whispers by Amanda Connolly. I am stoked. I cannot wait to read this. This fits perfect because this title is all in cursive, including the author. And I cannot wait. If you want to see me show off the book, I do have a reel over on my Instagram and I have a TikTok. I don't normally post my TikTok in my description. Maybe I should. But if you check me over on Instagram, you could go ahead and see me reveal this whole book. And it's so stunning. I literally could not wait to read this as soon as I opened this book. And because it's Irish and it has what else did I see? Oh yeah, it has a deadly competition. So which makes me even more excited to read. So this works for a title written in cursive. This is exciting. We're fitting all the books so far. I'm loving this. That was book number 2. let's pull for book number 3. And yes, we will be choosing 8 cards like we usually do. So let's go near the top. We'll go with this one because it's kind of sticking out a little bit. Okay, flowers on cover. So flowers on a cover. Let's see if I have anything here. This could actually have worked for nature on the cover. But I don't see any flowers on that, or this, or that. Nothing there. And I don't think this one has flowers. I mean, we already picked this one, so can't use the same one we've already picked. Let me look at my buddy reads and see if any of those have flowers on the cover. I don't think... Actually, I think this one does, actually. Okay. I know exactly what I want to do. Because Just from Honest Fiction is going to be interviewing this author, and I told her I'd read this with her as well before she went to do the interview. So this will probably be my first book of August. So I'm going to use To Drown a Witch by Lindsay Olsen. It does have roses on the cover. It might be hard to focus. I'll put up a picture too so you guys can see. I know it's kind of hard to see on the phone, but it does have roses on the cover. So for flowers on the cover, we're going to use To Drown a Witch. Let me see if I can give you a little bit of a synopsis, because I don't really remember much. It says it's perfect for fans of Heartless Hunter, which I am obsessed with that duology. It's a YA enemies to lovers romantasy. It says a criminal and a royal guard are drawn into the hunt for a dangerous witch in an unexpected romance. And I feel like that's all I really need to know. But it says, in Godor, the witch is feared above all else. Reborn into each generation, she is the only person with magic running innately through her veins, able to wield that magic with a single thought. So when guards across the city begin to drop dead, gruesomely murdered by violent and vicious magic, everyone knows the witch has returned, and no one will be safe until she's killed. Torn is the prince's crown, the most highly skilled fighter in the king's guard. Tasked with the responsibility of leading the hunt for the witch, Torn tries to focus on his assignment to forget the ghosts of his past. And after he learns of Nez, a thief with an uncanny ability to sniff out magic, he forcibly recruits her into joining his hunt. As the two face deadly magic and otherworldly threats, their mutual dislike soon turns to something more electric, and they find themselves drawn to each other in ways they never imagined. But the witch is always a step ahead of them, and with bodies piling up, secrets threaten to come to light. Secrets that could destroy everything from the fragile trust between them to the very city of Godor itself. It sounds just like Heartless Hunter, and I was obsessed with that duology, so I am so excited to read this. I have it on my Kindle, so I will be reading it there, and I am stoked. I cannot wait. I'm hoping I'm going to love it, and I want to get a physical copy. Because this particular book is on my books I really want list, so I'm very excited to get into To Drown a Witch. So that was book number 3. Whoop, I'm about to drop cards. Hold on. Alright. Moving on to book number 4. Alright, let's get into these cards. Maybe somewhere in the middle? I feel like this one's calling to me. Okay, we have a new release. I love this card. I love new releases. I could have picked one I've already chosen. Unfortunately, it's already been chosen. Let's see what else I have for new releases. This is not new. This is not new. I think this came out this year. I feel like it did. I know that one definitely just came out. Let me see how new this one is, though. It just says 2026. I mean, I think this came out over the summer. But if you want a new release, I know this one just came out. So maybe we'll go with this one. So I think for a new release, we are going to go with The Wing Game by Sophie Kim. I just got this from Book of the Month in July. And I have been hearing people either really liking it or they're kind of liking it. I haven't heard anyone not like this so far. I know this just came out. Like, this was a Book of the Month pick for July. And as soon as I heard about this, it sounded like something I'm really going to like. It has fake dating, which is one of my favorite tropes. And it has, well, let's say it's fantasy meets sports romance in the sizzling slow burn novel in which a disgraced star of a brutal magical sport must team up with a rival who destroyed her career. And I just feel like this could be like a Quidditch, like Quidditch from Harry Potter, like, but turned on its head. And it's like a sports fantasy. And I'm like, cool. So I am really excited to read this, and it's perfect for new release because it did just come out. So this will be our pick for book number 4. So far so good. We're fitting all the books I plan on reading into prompts. Now let's pull for book number 5. Let's see. Let's go with the very bottom. We haven't done the very bottom yet. Okay, we have a debut novel. Alright. Ooh, I do have one for this. I already plan on reading. Yay! This is a debut, and I am so excited to read it. So for this one, I am definitely doing The Poet Empress by Chantal. Perfect for a debut. It's the first book this author has ever written, and I've been hearing amazing things about this book. And I will be buddy reading with everyone in Just for Modest Fiction's Patreon. This is our book for the month of August. And I am so excited to read it, but I'm also so intimidated. You have no idea. Because this is more like epic fantasy scale, from what I've heard. But it does have like poetry magic, and I'm like so fascinated by that idea. So for a debut, we are doing The Poet Empress. And so far so good. I'm literally fitting all the books I want to read into this TBR. This is amazing. I am loving this. I think there's only like, how many books left that we haven't gotten to yet? 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 books that I plan on reading that I haven't fit into prompts yet, but it's working out very well. That was book number 5. Now we're going to pull for book number 6. Let's see. Should we pull from the very top? Let's do the very top. Oh man, we have a penguin card. I guess Ray gets to come pick a book.
I'll be kind to you. Here you go.
Thanks. Perfect. This is my Schwab Alone book for the month of August. So Ray was so nice. I made it so easy for me. So we are doing The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark for our Schwab Alone. This is the author is Evelyn Clark. However, Evelyn Clark is 2 authors, V.E. Schwab and Kat Clark. And it's first time V.E. Schwab's doing a thriller. So I am so excited that Ray picked this one. It just makes it so much easier. So thank you, Ray, for being so nice. Because I already plan on reading this. Anyways, it just makes it that much easier. So 2 more cards. Alrighty. Here we go. Let's go with something down here. Alright, a backlist book. So this is funny. We have a new release and now a backlist. Alright, let's see what we have for a backlist. Hey guys, I am back to make some changes. So my buddy read of Breath of Fire has been pushed till September. So I can no longer use that for a backlist book. So I am changing my backlist book to a different one because I wanted to do a vlog of reading this author's books before November anyways, because I will be meeting her on a cruise. So I'm going to go with Mistakes We Never Made by Hannah Brown because I wanted to do a reading vlog reading this, her second book, the one with Civil Rain, something about rains and Civil Rain, and can't remember the exact title. And then the third one that just came out this year was Reasons for Loving You, I think. So I wanted to do a reading vlog reading all of her books before I meet her and possibly maybe get them signed. So I figured I'll just go ahead and change my backlist book to this. That way I already could get my reading vlog started. So that works out perfect. So now we just need to pick one more. Great. So far so good. There's only one book that has not yet been chosen. Let's see if we can fit that into this last prompt coming up. And then whatever, I do have some more buddy reads, so if we don't get any of those in, I will talk about those momentarily. Alright, our last card. Let's go with, we'll go in the middle again, or close to the middle. We'll go with this one. Photo of author on the back cover. Not many people do that anymore, so do I have anything? Well, that book does not work. Let me see if I have anything for this. I know my group book for Fiction Falls does not work. I don't think most of these have pictures of the authors on the back. No. Does this one? No. Let's try this. Well, this one is a possibility. This is a possibility. So we got 2 possibilities so far. Okay, so we have 3 possibilities for a photo of the author on the back cover. So, the possibilities we have Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Joleen Tan, which I've heard really good things about. The author's photo is right here on the back. And this is I know it's fantasy. Oh, it's an enchanting romantic duology that weaves ancient Chinese mythology into a sweeping adventure of immortals and magic, of loss and sacrifice, where love vies with honor, dreams are fraught with betrayal, and hope emerges triumphant. So that's one possibility. Our next possibility is a historical fiction, I think. At least I think it's historical fiction. The Sweetness of Forgetting by Kristen Harmel. This does have the author's photo on the back right there. This one takes place in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. And they must travel to Paris to uncover a family secret for her dying grandmother. And what she learns may change everything. So that sounds really good too. And the last possibility we have is Inheritance by Nora Roberts. Here's the author's picture on the back. I have a meaning to get to this series. I haven't read Nora Roberts in quite a while. So it would be good to get in another Nora Roberts, because I haven't read her in a good minute. Did I get this one signed? I'm not sure if I did. Oh, I did. I got this signed and personalized from the author, too. I think I got this off her website. She wrote, Amanda, have fun. And she signed it, which I think is so cool. So this is definitely a strong possibility. So we have 3 possibilities here. Do I want to do... I think this is a paranormal book with historical elements or something like that. It has 1806 and to present day. I think it has like ghosts or something in here or something like that. I don't remember much, but because the author did sign and personalize this book for me, I got this off her website and got it personalized that way. So, like, this is a strong possibility because I haven't read Nora Roberts in so long. I really should get back to reading her books again. But I also have Kristen Harmel, which I also really love Kristen Harmel. And I've never read Joleen Tan. So I don't know. I do want to read this, but I'm not sure if I'm feeling Joleen Tan right now. So really we're going in between these 2 books. Nora Roberts and Kristen Harmel. Which one am I feeling? Paranormal? Historical. Paranormal? Historical. Which one do I want? You know what? It's been longer than... I think I might go with Nora Roberts because I read Kristen Harmel recently. I feel like. More recently than I have Nora Roberts. So I feel like it's time to get back to Nora Roberts. So I think that's what we're going to choose for our last book. 36. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, so this is enough books, I think. So we're doing a new inheritance for Nora Roberts. And then there is one book that I did not get on this TBR that I plan on reading. So let me put these back. So we have picked our TBR, but first, let me just mention the one other book I still plan on reading. This is our group book for Fiction Falls for the readathon. If you want to join us, we will be reading Heavenly Vibes by Imani Ariu. I know we don't have a date posted on the Fiction Falls Instagram yet. The date has been chosen. I just haven't posted yet. It will be on August 29th, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm pretty certain we chose the 29th because I think Karina has another live show the day before that. So, yes, we will be doing a live show on this August 29th, 2 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you join us if you want to read along with us. I'm very excited. Our guest host is Karina from She Dreams and Words. She's also one of my besties, so we're very excited to have her back on the channel again. She was with us last year. She's back again. And we're very excited to have her. So, I'm excited. Alright, now that we've chosen our books, let's do a quick wrap up from the 8 cards we've chosen. For over 30 chapters, we went with Into the Fading Twilight by Catherine Cowles. And then our next pull was a title that is written in cursive. And for that we chose The Lure of Wolves and Whispers by Amanda Connolly. And then we had Flowers on the cover, and for that we chose To Drown a Wish by Lindsay Olsen. And then we had a new release, and for a new release we went with The Wing Game by Sophie Kim, which I am very excited for. And then we had a debut novel, so for our debut we have chosen The Poet Empress by Chantal. And then we had a penguin card where Ray chose the book for me. And for that we had The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark. And then we had a backlist book. So for a backlist book, we chose Mistakes We Never Made by Hannah Brown. And then the last book was Photo of Author on the back cover. And for that we went with Inheritance by Nora Roberts. So it's been a good minute. So that's all the books we've chosen. However, I also want to go over the books I'm reading for other books. I also have, let's see. I do have 2 other buddy reads I did not get on this TBR, but that's okay. But I will be reading with my friend Misty Under Darkened Skies by H.E. Bauman. I don't remember. Somebody in our Discord server mentioned, I think it was Shay, that said that she read this and really recommended it. Let me see if I can pull it up so I can tell you guys a little bit about that one. On GoodReads it says, a library with a secret, a prince looking for redemption, a dark discovery that will force him to confront their truths. Astrea Sovna is destined to die. As a lightbringer, she's expected to serve the Helosian government as a battlefield healer, but when the court seer, Astrea's uncle, has a vision of her being killed in the line of duty, he forbids her to reveal her powers. Until now, Astrea has gone unnoticed as a junior librarian, but when she gets reassigned to a diplomatic project to strengthen ties between Helosia and one of its neighbors, she finds herself saddled with her past in the form of a returned war hero and her ex-best friend, Prince Verosian Aris. Forced to work together, Astrea soon learns that although Verosian has been out of her life for years, he's still the kind, patient friend she remembers. As they navigate old friendships and imperial politics, the pair discovers that the mysterious shadows stalking the city are leaving a trail of murder victims in their wake. And when Astrea becomes a target, a dear friend gets caught in the crossfire. As Astrea and Verosian begin searching for answers, they realize there is much more to the Emperor's project than political niceties. If the shadows aren't stopped, Astrea's future and the security of the entire continent hangs in the balance. So that sounds really good. I'm excited to read that with Misty. And I'm also reading another buddy read with my friend Joleen. She also has a bookstagram, so I will link her down below if you want to check out her bookstagram. We are by reading Strange Familiars by Kesh Chow. I think that's how you pronounce that. let's see if I can tell you guys a little bit about what that one is about. It's supposed to be the first of the duology. I have never read from this author before, but I got this off of NetGalley and I haven't read it yet. So I think she got a physical copy of it. So I'm excited to try this one out. It says 2 scholars in magical veterinary science must put aside their lust and loathing to save the world in the first installment of this whimsical, romantic, dark academia duology. So this is all about animals, which I think is great because I love animals. It says all Gwendolyn Chan needs is to get through final year at Seymour College, where she is on track to graduate as #1, as long as a pretentious prat, Harrisford Briggs, doesn't beat her to it. Harrisford Briggs, his father, the chief financial officer of MageCore, a major global distributor of magic, expects him to come top of the class. Harrisford, though, can't help but notice that his father has been acting odd. And there are strange whisperings, too, of uncontrollable surges of excess magic. When these magical surges begin to rock London, causing chaos and explosions and animal familiars going feral, Gwen and Harrisford find themselves reluctantly involved, putting both of their veterinary careers at risk. Along with Gwen's snarky cat familiar, Gwen and Harrisford must team up to diagnose the problem. But as the 2 academic rivals fight their burgeoning feelings, they quickly realize that magic is not the only thing surging. So that sounds really good, and I'm looking forward to that. And that is technically all the books that I plan on reading. Now let's get to the books that I'm going to be using for our Fiction Falls Readathon. And I will be doubling up, tripling up, quadruple up, however many that I can. And then there's only a couple of prompts that I wanted to do on camera with you guys. But first let me kind of go over the ones I've already chosen. So for this book, The Lore of Wolves and Whispers by Amanda Connolly, I'm using this for a pretty spine for the unicorn prompt, because it has a really, really pretty spine. I am also using this for a Sphinx, because there's a game element, there's a competition in this book. I'm also using it for the Brownie prompt, the underrated book, because I haven't heard a single person talk about this yet. And that's it for this book that I'm using for those particular prompts. Now, we're going to go over this next one that we've talked about. We have The Poet Empress by Chantal. I'm using this for a few prompts. I'll be using this for the Dragon prompt. Book community made me do it because this is all over right now. Everyone is loving this book. And I'm also using this for elves for accessories on the cover because of this sash that they have right here. I figure this sash should be like an accessory in a way. And then I'm also using this for an author, for the giant prompt, an author or book that intimidates you. Because this is not in my normal genre. So we're going epic on the scale of fantasy here. So that does intimidate me a little bit. So we're using it for that. And that's it for this particular book. And then we're going to move on to the Wayne game, which I'm also using for this readathon. I'll be using this for the lichen, which is animal on the cover, because there's like an animal right here in the middle of this. It's kind of hard to see with it being holographic, but that's an animal. And I'm also using this for the Pegasus prompt, which is wings on the cover. This animal has wings, so we're going to use it for that. And that's all I'm using this particular book for. And then next book we're using for the readathon is Into the Fading Twilight by Catherine Cowles. I am using this for, we're using this for the Siren prompt, water on the cover, because if you look like right here, there's water from the waterfall. And I'm also using this for my Golem, which is a favorite trope, because this has a single dad, and single dads is one of my favorite tropes. So that's what I'm using for this particular book. And then we have The Ending Writes Itself. We are using this for the Angel prompt, which is a mostly white cover, so that works perfect. Am I using this for anything else? Let me see. I don't think. And that's all I have for this currently. And then let's see. And I also have Heavenly Bodies by Amani Ariu. I'm using this for a few prompts as well. I will be using this for the Griffin prompt, which is royalty. There is a prince. Prince Lorenzo is forced to train Alara as a weapon. So prince is royalty. And I'm also going to be using this for the succubus prompt, which is a book with a romance. It says on the back, Imani Ariu is the author of the romance fantasy series Heavenly Bodies. So there is most definitely a romance in this. And I'm also going to be using this for the Centaur prompt, which is stars on the cover, because there's stars all over this cover. And then we also have, even though I don't have any more physical books, I do have a couple more books I will be using for other prompts. So for nature on the cover, which is a dryad prompt, I will be using Strange Familiars by Kesh Chow. And then I'm also going to be using, for my fairy book, which is a book with your favorite color on it, so it has to be predominantly that color. So because my favorite color is pink, I will be using Yes Chef by Grace Riley, which is on my NetGalley shelf that I still need to read. And I've been seeing people on GoodReads mostly pretty much loving this book. I haven't heard very many negative reviews, more good than bad. But I heard it's the bear meets What Happens This Summer by Tessa Bailey or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But because I love books with chefs in it, I'm excited to read it. And it's a mostly pink cover. So I will be reading that. And then we still have a couple of prompts I was not able to fill yet. So we're going to do those on camera. First we have the Sylph, which is the letter wheel for title or author. So let me pull up a letter wheel. Alright, so let me see if I can get this as focused. And we will spin the wheel and see what we get. Is that a O or a Q? I can't read backwards. Oh, that's a Q. Do I even have anything with a Q? I don't think I do. Inheritance, Nora Roberts. I really don't think I have anything with a Q. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Q. Do I have anything with a Q at all? You might actually have to roll again. I think we're gonna roll again. Let's try again, shall we? We'll do this one more time. What did we get? Please don't tell me that's the same thing. Oh, that's a C. Okay, I can do a C. I know exactly what to use for this. Because we are going to use Into the Fading Twilight by Catherine Cowles. Because I could use this for author as well. Catherine Cowles both start with a C. So perfect. We will be just adding this on to an extra prompt. Great. I love this for me. Alright. Another prompt I haven't filled yet is my flip a coin prompt. Between highest and lowest ratings on your reading tracker. And now, because I switched my backlist book and my buddy read, I'm going to have to redo my flip a coin because I originally had Breath of Fire as my flip a coin pick. But now I have to change it because I can't use it anymore. So I have arranged a new buddy read. So we'll also be reading So It Grows by Andy Burke with my friend Melody from Read with Beans. So I will tag her below if you want to check out her channel. She's really sweet. We both got the art to this book off of NetGalley. It's not even out till September 22nd. And since we both have the art, we decided we're going to read it together. So I'm going to flip a coin between So It Grows and Mistakes We Never Made. So It Grows has an average rating of 3.7. And then the Hannah Brown one, let me see what the average rating on that is, because I forgot. And this one is a 3.39. So this would be tails, So It Grows would be heads. So let me pull up and flip a coin, and we're going to figure out which one of them I'm going to be reading. There we go. Is that tails? I think that's tails. Yep, that's tails. So my flip a coin pick will actually be mistakes we never made. So I am excited to get to this. I am very, very excited to meet Hannah Brown in person. And hopefully I will absolutely love her books. I am very excited to read them. So this will be my first for when I do that vlog. I will also put up a picture of So It Grows so you know what it looked like. If you're interested, I can tell you a little bit about what it's about. It is, I believe, a romance. It's a cozy small town business rivals to lovers rom-com. Now I'm like, that sounds right up my alley, and I'm excited that I have this arc because it doesn't even come out till like towards the end of September. So I'm hoping I'm going to end up loving it. It says Felicity Gallagher thought inheriting her aunt's plant shop would be the first start she needed. She never expected that the trendy mac and cheese themed restaurant next door and its inconveniently hot chef might be her downfall. Nicholas Holm-Bozick is arrogant, presumptuous, and just flat out gets under her skin. Felicity has made ignoring him an art form, until the exploding popularity of his restaurant leads to renewed interest in Felicity's quirky corner of Kansas. Now, a greedy developer is threatening both their businesses with a towering parking garage that could steal the sunlight from her plants. With her shop's future in jeopardy, Felicity must join forces with her least favorite neighbor. As the pair fight back, Nick and Felicity's formerly contentious relationship blooms into something new, but hidden battle scars, old secrets, and a devastating storm threaten everything they've built. Will they choose to cut and run, or are they finally ready to put down permanent roots? And it's supposed to be chock full of heat, heart, and humor, and everything in between. So that sounds really, really good, and I love books with chefs in them. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm hoping, it'll be another arc from Duck Alley down, and I'm hoping it's going to be a 5-star because it has a chef. So I'm very excited to read both of these books, even though this one will be for my Leprechaun prompt for Fiction Falls. And that will be all the books that I am reading for the month of August. I have a lot of books, but hopefully some really good ones. I'm hoping for some more 5 stars in my future here. Alright, so we have decided all the prompts for the Fiction Falls Readathon. There are some that are just non-bookish that I don't need to pick a book for. So that works for me. And we have all the books that we are planning on reading. The ones I don't have physical copies for are To Drown a Witch, Strange Familiars. Hold on, let me pull up my... Yeah, the only ones I don't have physical copies of is Under Darkened Skies, Strange Familiars, and To Drown a Witch. And Yes, Chef. Because those are the only ones I don't have physical copies of. That I will be reading sometime in the month of August. And then everything else we have chosen. So I am very excited for this TBR. I think there's some really good books. I am excited to get to each and every one of them. I think the one I'm most excited for is probably The Ending Writes Itself. But I'm also very excited for Into the Fading Twilight. I think those are the top 2 I'm most looking forward to. But I am looking forward to reading each and every one of these books at some point in time in the month of August. So this was fun. I enjoyed picking my TBR with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. Are there any books here that you have read and really enjoyed? Please let me know. I would love to know all your thoughts down in the comments. If there's any books that you want to read with me, or if you're planning on reading Heavenly Bodies with us, or The Ending Writes Itself, please let us know. We would love to know if you're participating. And if you're participating in the Fiction Falls Readathon, please let us know. There's also a Discord if you want to join us. So if you want to, I will make sure to link that down below. If you have a hard time getting to the Discord, you can always get it off Clint's announcement video, because sometimes my links don't always work. But that is all I have for you guys for my August TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up. If you got this far into the video and you don't feel like being chatty, why don't you leave me a... Why don't you leave me a wolf, actually? Because this has a wolf on the back. And I can't think of any other animals. But thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you all in my more bookish videos that I have coming up. So if you want to see those, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. And I will see you guys next time.